With the burp and the skin? Oh yeah! Hey everybody, it's Outrageous Lemons here with a Overwatch video, and yesterday, Tuesday, they released the new PvE content for Overwatch along with a few fancy new skins that I'm excited to try to grab myself. It's called Overwatch Insurrection, the OMNIC Crisis. There are two PvE game modes, so essentially for both of them you are tasked with a team of 4, and it's a PvE HOARD mode where you capture a few objectives, then push a payload, and then finally go in and take out multiple key targets, and these are the new Orisa skinned bots, so you have 4 targets to take out at the very end. And so the two different game modes, the only difference is that the one you are only allowed to choose the 4 characters: Reinhardt, Mercy, Torbjorn, and Tracer. The other game mode is free to choose, and that can lead to some interesting team comps, to say the least. So for the basic mode where you only have the 4 characters to choose from, Torbjorn is a really strong character. Along with Reinhardt, you can set up his turret in a strategic location where it can have line of sight on all of the areas enemies come in. Hopefully I'll have some clips in the background that show that, but you want his turret set up so that he can see the 2 to 4 main entryways for the enemies. Mercy's just really good for the res and the healing, so that's a key factor. Reinhardt is good at close range ad control and destroying the high value targets. So these are the targets with the shields. You can actually charge them, and after the charge you won't be able to put up a shield anymore, so that really helps your team do DPS on those targets, especially if they're shielding weaker enemies. And of course his ult is really good for stopping enemy fire and giving you a chance to catch up if you happen to fall behind. Now, I did a lot of playtesting with this yesterday and today, and I found that there are very few effective characters. And what I mean by that is characters that are very good at dealing with mobs and very good at handling a payload. So generally you don't want someone like Soldier, even though he's a decent pick. Soldier is more of a skirmishy type character, so his sprint is basically completely wasted in this case, so you're down an ability. The characters that do succeed, I have found in, obviously, the Tracer, Reinhardt, Torbjorn, and Mercy combo is decent. I've found that switching out the Tracer for a Bastion actually is amazing. So you have your Bastion, Mercy, Torbjorn, and Reinhardt, so you get essentially Bastion can take one section, Torbjorn has his turret, Reinhardt can shield them both, especially when things get out of control, and if one of them goes down, Mercy can just res, and Mercy's healing obviously is wonderful. Again, Bastion has his own healing as well. But McCree, you'd think is a decent pick from the last PvE and Halloween, however, he just doesn't have the crowd control and sustained damage you need in this case. I have not tried Hanzo. I've seen Genji be an acceptable pick. Reaper is not as great as you might think, but he's not that bad. Orisa's decent if you don't want to run Reinhardt. Orisa's a very good alternative, however she does lose the crowd control ability that Reinhardt's hammer does, so the little laser beam raptor robots are very hard to deal with. But yeah, Bastion and Mercy are an amazing combo, and if you want to go and try the legendary difficulty, I highly recommend that. So you can pretty much play any character in the normal difficulty. However, past that you really need to consider team comps, and it's especially hard if you're playing with randoms. So I would encourage you to either get your team, get your friends, or find people that want to play the brawl with you. If you find a good person when you're matchmaking, you know, try to group up with them and try to go for legendary, because like that is insane. For the big exploding guys that take a lot of damage and have a lot of health but move slowly, Reinhardt's charge is really good for displacing them, so your team has a lot more time to deal with that and everything else that spawns in with them. For targeting the bastions that spawn, especially your own bastion, is your best defense against those. You just have a sieged up bastion of your own, and as long as he's protected or doesn't take too much damage, you can win the fight pretty easily. I found that it's actually better to engage those bastions at longer range because for some reason your bastion, like if you're playing bastion, you do a lot better at that range than that bastion does, generally. I'm sure on legendary difficulty it's a lot harder. But yeah, so you want characters with crowd control, you want characters with sustain, and you want characters that are good at holding an objective. So that's why I suggested Torbjorn and Bastion. Bastion has his own heal, Mercy can cover for them, and Reinhardt has good crowd control and good defensive capabilities. So you lock down that objective, eliminate the places where they can enter, so Bastion can solo one entry point pretty easily, and have time to shoot other adds. As you'll see, you can just whip around in the siege mode and just destroy everything that you see. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing the Brawl yesterday and today, so try it out, try out the new game modes, and get a team together if you want to go for the Legendary, which I highly recommend you at least try. I like the Overwatch PvE modes. I think they bring a nice change for when you get tired of competitive and when you're just feeling like playing with your friends and not running up against anything crazy in like the quick play or the other Brawl options. So take a look, have fun, let me know what you guys think, and let me know what you guys think the best team comp is, if I didn't mention it already, and if there's something I have not considered yet that you've found success with. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Meow.